have a live right now that is buffering. Okay, we're gonna finish this today because the powers that be will not stop Lady Grace. Obviously, you see they feel away because we are non-biased. We don't choose Democrat or Republican, and they don't want us to have our own mind. So we're going to be finishing our broadcast, okay, as we get YouTube to, you know, get up and get caught up of, you know, fixing my last live. I can't even believe that. Somebody's right now in the feed like, oh my God, it's just cut off. Guys, I wanted to explain to you, this is what I've been fighting for the last couple of months. I before we get back to the Maduro and Venezuela thing, this y'all witnessed this in real time. They cut my feeds. I am a targeted individual. I don't want to admit it and use those words, but I have been targeted by Democrat and their activists and gang stalkers on the internet. This is why I have to do my lives this way. I had to restart my page again. You know, I found a lot out about people putting my IP address on certain websites and things and tracking what I'm doing. I found out all of that, guys. So, what you actually just saw was a taste of real life gang stalking, cyber attacking of freedom of speech. That's why they stopped that live. They like it just stopped dead in the middle. So let's pray that our notification goes out for round two because the other one is still live right now. But I want to finish this broadcast. Okay. So as you guys get in, please hit the like button. I'm gonna attach this part two to the video we were at the first live, and let's get to it. They try to throw me off. The devil is a lie and we won't let it happen. So let's pray that these notifications go out, and let's again listen to where we left off at because they don't want this type of news out there. Okay, thank you for being with us. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you. You see what they do to Lady Grace? I'm telling you, just, someone yesterday said to me, you're not afraid of, some things that you talk about and things like that. And no, I'm not going to be afraid. We're going to speak our truth no matter what they like or don't like, because we're children of Yahshua. We're children of God, and God has the final say. He controls my platform. He controls my algorithm. He controls my words, and he's the one that's going to put it out in a pedestal for people, for you guys, not a pedestal, but I'm going to say a bullhorn to wake you guys up. Blessings. Thank you for coming back. Y'all literally watch gang stalk and cyber attack happen right in person with the junction of YouTube doing something. I'm giving YouTube the benefit of the doubt that they're not directly targeting me. But y'all see what happens. So let's finish this broadcast. We got about 10, 15 more minutes. We're about to finish this. Let's watch this where we left off. Now, if you don't know what we're watching this is from an Indian news broadcast channel, and this is highlighting. That's why they shut me off, because nobody's really highlighting this in America. That is ships in them. That it was an aircraft that was shot down by Venezuela F-16 jet, and it is now in their custody. Do we have American soldiers in their custody? We don't know. But let's watch this again. This is why I think they shut my broadcast down, because we're hitting another audience. I am brown, melanated, and I look like I'm from the hood that would. Do they want me to talk to people who resonate with me with this information? No, they want to keep us low and not knowing what the hell going on. A ship allegedly got shot down, American ship, by Venezuela F-16, and we're going to watch it again. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button. Y'all saw gang stalking and cyber attack in real life. Literally, the feed got shut down when we were showing this. But I'm never going to stop. Let's go. There we go. So to the people who have, some cognitive abilities, I don't know, it was because I was reading it to you, but basically, it says the aircraft had its transponder turned off and carried no identification code. So this is the plane that Venezuela plane shot down. Okay, let's just finish. Watch this. Yep. I'm telling the people who you thought wouldn't understand, wouldn't know what's going on, keeping us distracted. There's a certain class of people that they don't want to be involved in these talks, and that's us. Anybody who's coming from an urbanized area, who they feel like is not worthy of talking about this, they shut us down. They thought that I was a conservative. That's why they started pushing my Trump videos, but then they started hearing like, oh snap, she's really not totally a conservative. Ooh, now I'm in the algorithm pushing. No, I'm not a total Trump supporter or anybody supporter. I'm a supporter of humane practices. And again, this is not copacetic. So I think they're trying to suppress this. The fact that a Venezuela F-16 jet shot down an American aircraft for breaching its airspace 5 days ago. And this is truth be told. Now, what got me honestly was the fact that they said that the planes right here was forced to land in Pedro Camjo municipality. So the planes got shot at, but they landed, and these was American planes. Where are the people? So it says Strategic Operation Commander General in Chief Domingo Lores confirmed the incident. It's real. They have an American plane somewhere out there. Thank you for tuning back in, guys. And they said this is the 28th aircraft that was intercepted in 2025 as part of Operational Bolivarian Shield 2025. There we go. This is what he said.
The Caribbean is becoming the world's newest flashpoint, and the showdown between the United States and Venezuela is accelerating faster than anyone expected. Newly released footage shows...
Papa, please tell me why it's lies. Again, welcome to the broadcast. I'm just going to reintroduce myself. My name is Grace, yes. Um, and I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but we need you guys to speak in whole sentences. I really appreciate you guys coming in the comment, giving me your feedback. You guys are coming from all weights of the world, different places, but let's make it make sense. What's a lie? Just because America is not talking about it news doesn't mean that it's not a lie. This is why my VPN is so dope. I'm so grateful. I'm able to listen from all different countries. Again, if you guys like unbiased news that's going to be coming from all over, and we examine it as human beings, hit the damn like button. Because I want to know where the law's at, Papa. Come on, tell me. Let's go. Hey, yep, I'm an old lady. I'll be your granny. Just put some respect on it. Call me Lady Grace. You know what I'm saying?
U.S. Marines from
Respect
the
the
22nd
Queen.
Marine Expeditionary Unit storming warfare boats off the USS San Antonio, opening fire on targets floating in the dark water. It's all part of
Look,
Operation Southcom, a Southcom mission aimed at destroying what Washington claims are Venezuelan narco boats. According to the Pentagon, the U.S. has now carried out 21 strikes since September, killing at least 82 alleged narco-terrorists. But Caracas sees something very...
so basically, we are possible liable for 82 deaths, and that's where they cut me off at. We are possibly liable for 82 murders in the open Caribbean Sea under Trump regime. Right.
different. Venezuelan officials condemned the attacks as imperialistic, an attempt to force regime change, and possibly even the prelude to an invasion. At a recent rally in Caracas, President Nicolas Maduro fired back. "We want peace," he declared, "but not a slave's peace." He accused Washington of orchestrating an international campaign to topple him, even as U.S. warships, including the world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, circled the Caribbean in the biggest military buildup there in decades. Behind the scenes, the picture is even more complicated. President Donald Trump has privately spoken with Maduro for the first time since returning to office. The two even discussed a possible meeting and potential amnesty terms if Maduro were to step down.
Does your warning mean that an airstrike is imminent, or should we not read it that way?
Don't read anything into it.
The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Maduro. Did you?
I don't want to comment on it. The answer is yes.
And can you tell us a little bit
No,
about
I can't do that.
Mr. President, did you say it went well?
I wouldn't say it went well or badly. It was a phone call. Yeah.
And I say more. If that phone call means that there are steps being taken towards a respectful dialogue between the two states from country to country, then welcome the dialogue. Welcome the diplomacy, because we'll always welcome the dialogue and the peace. Welcome dialogue. Welcome diplomacy. Welcome the peace. Peace, yes. War, never. Never in the life.
So he's like, basically, if you want to set up something where we're working together, we can do something. I can hook you up, you can hook me up, but you're not coming over here strong arming us. That's not happening. So that's what it sounded like the conversation went, because he was like, yeah, I'm going to give you amnesty. He like, for what? Now, we're going to get a little bit more of what's going on out there in Venezuela. Let's keep this broadcast moving. Every link that I use, I will put it at the bottom. Now, this is what I want to kind of finish off with, because we have a lady who received a peace prize for her plight against Venezuela President Maduro. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with that particular situation. And this is in the wake of they messing with Trump, talk about some of Justin. Trump asks whether plans to strike Venezuela. Trump is asked whether plans to strike Venezuela conflict with peace prize. Deservedness. Okay, since we kind of talked about the lady who won the peace prize for Venezuela, I just wanted to show you this. This jigger still think that he gonna win a peace prize when he created or revamped our, what is it now, Department of War. War is not peace. War and peace is not. It's war or peace. It's not war and peace. They literally use this word magic on us, guys. So this guy, let's see what they had to say. This is shout out to Forbes News messing with Trump.
The U.S. press?
Thank you, everybody.
Blessing
very
King
much.
Vortex.
Great honor. This has been an honor for a lot of reasons. Number one, they've sold more tickets than any event has ever sold already, long before they
Oh
kick
my
off.
God.
And number two, we've done a lot of work at the Kennedy Center. It was falling apart, and now it's pretty much back, and we'll get it back within the next 4 or 5 months through construction. But you see the way it looks, and John is just telling me, we've done an incredible job, by the way. He's just telling how good a job we've done. You can look at the walls, the marble was broken, everything was a mess, and we've really taken the Kennedy. So a lot of people thought it was going to be ripped down, and we did just the opposite. So we've done a really great renovation job on it, and over the next 3-4 months it'll be complete, and we're honored to have it here, and it's been very special. We've set a record on ticket sales, as you probably heard.
I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm done. Don't forget we're doing a whole ballroom right now while our borders are still insecure and the wall is not finished. I'm over him. He's talking about fucking ticket sales. I'm sorry, y'all. He sickens me. Trump sickens me more than the Clintons. I told y'all. And Clinton stole the kids from Haiti. Stole our damn kids. Okay, now this is what I want to close off on, because I'm going to have to do a little bit more research into Maria Corina Machado. So Maria, she fled Venezuela because she's in direct opposition of Maduro. So we're going to find out a little bit more, because now it seems like American news are propping her up so we can figure out who she is. And again, I always look at why they're putting this particular person there, what type of agenda they want to push, and what their connection is. So that's where we're going to finish off today. to figure out who is this lady who won a Nobel Peace Prize, who's allegedly working with our government against Maduro. She done came over here like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave because it's about to go down. Because he has some type of ban, flight ban out there. Let's play it. This APT News.
Venezuelan opposition leader and newly announced Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Corina Machado.
Oh my God. You said, wait, before we watch this, you said imagine Kamala being president. We would have been all in being in jail a whole nother way. They would have figured, oh, I think she was coming in to lock all our motherfucking asses up too. I didn't think Trump was going to do this with locking us up. I thought Kamala was going to do that. I said, oh shit, she's going to knock us all up. She wicked. Baby, they done got us both ways. I don't know what would be happening right now with if Kamala Harris was there, but I definitely know that the borders would be open. I definitely believe that we would have been still having a big influx of illegals coming in and criminals, and we would have been had a lot of our money still going towards them, and they would have been inside these nice fancy hotels. They were staying in the Trump Towers, or not the Trump Towers, but you know those big fancy hotels down in New York, the same hotels that we stayed in as first responders through COVID. I was like, damn, them rooms expensive. There's big ballrooms there. They bunch of migrants. That's what would have been happening, I think, and we would have still been fucking struggling. I'm just being honest. I think both sides has it in for us for some apparent reason. Why should I feel like this, like as an American? Why? I mean, for real, they have done so much to me that I cannot pick a side. It's disgusting. That's probably would have been happening with Harris. We would have been still flooded in with migrants and our money going to them fancy ass hotels and our homeless being kicked out and our police station being filled with them. That crazy shit would have still been going on. But now we got other crazy stuff going on. Whew, which one is better?
Crossing the Caribbean in a small fishing boat and arriving in Oslo just hours after her daughter accepted the award on her behalf.
I don't believe it.
Her sudden appearance in Norway.
I don't believe it. They sensationalized that story. Let's play it real good. They said she came on a small fishing boat. That's a damn lie. I'm sorry, y'all. They sensationalizing her. We got to figure out what is her role. Something ain't right.
Machado has made a dramatic escape from Venezuela, traveling in disguise, crossing the Caribbean in a small fishing boat, and arriving in Oslo just hours after her daughter accepted the award on her behalf. Her sudden appearance in Norway stunned observers, who believed she was still hiding inside Venezuela. According to reports, Machado left her safe house in Caracas late Monday night. Wearing a wig and a full disguise, she began a 10-hour journey through at least 10 military checkpoints, a route planned in secrecy for weeks. Her team reportedly rehearsed multiple fallback routes in case security forces intercepted her convoy.
Let's see who
Machado,
the heck she is.
a fierce critic of President Nicolas Maduro, has been barred from public office and went into hiding after the disputed 2024 election. Her supporters say leaving the country carried enormous personal risk, including possible arrest before reaching the border. Human rights groups say she has long been targeted by state surveillance and political intimidation. By midnight, the opposition leader had reached the Venezuelan coast, where she rested briefly in a small fishing village as her team prepared the next phase of her escape. Residents reportedly helped keep her presence quiet, fearing that the military could be searching nearby. At dawn, Machado boarded a traditional wooden skiff with 2 companions. Their 35-mile journey across the Caribbean to Curaçao took hours longer than expected, with strong winds and choppy seas delaying the crossing and raising fears they could be intercepted.
All right, y'all. So y'all let's talk about who this lady is, because I was listening. I was like, damn, they sensationalizing this. What's going on with this lady? But just a little bit about her. She is Maria Machado is the prominent Venezuelan opposition to the leadership of Maduro, pro-democracy activist, industrial engineer who was recently awarded 2020 and 25 a Nobel Peace Prize Often referred to as Venezuela Iron Lady, she has emerged as the most vocal face of resistance against authoritarian government, Nicolas Maduro. So the background is that she's a daughter of a steel industry businessman. She trained as an engineer, industrial engineer, and holds a master's degree in finance. All right, so let's kind of get down to it. Political career. She entered the politics in 2020 by a co-founder, Sumate. We're gonna look at that. Who is Sumate? They better not be Sumate. They better not be connected to. I ain't playing because they always doing this. Okay, Sumate, a non-governmental organization focused on election transparency, which is not an issue again, but we always involved in other countries' election practices as well. And just like they said, they wanted to help us in Haiti. The reason why I have this definitive look about, like view about certain things, because they even said that they wanted to help us in Haiti with our election, and we didn't need them. We just needed to us to be able to do things properly and not have all these guns flooded in and these people try to blow our brains out when we're coming to vote instead of actual real voting practices. That's what we needed. We didn't need nobody coming in to tell us anything because we had an up and running country, and I think that's the same thing. So she's saying for transparency. I don't know if she's a plant, but I just want to figure this stuff out. This is the lady who we're talking about. It says, would you welcome U.S. military intervention into Venezuela? Hold on a second. Machado says, nations are already invading. Okay. So let's see what recently leadership and Nobel Peace Prize. So in 2024 election, Machado won the opposition primary in 2023 by a landslide, but was barred from holding public office for 15 years by Maduro administration. Despite this, she became the driving force behind the alternative candidate, Gonzalez, leading a campaign that the opposition claims won approximately 73% of the vote. This is what they're saying. So this is the background information that we, should look into, know about. But again, we don't have shit to do with Venezuela, so I don't even know why we need to know this. But because people are about to get geared up and, yeah, Mega is back. No, what the fuck are we doing? But we know they got trouble, but why are we there? So allegedly, this is what was happening to her. They banned her from holding a position for 15 years. I don't know for what. And this is what allegedly drove Maduro to be the winner in 2024, just to get another background. So in 2025, Nobel Peace Prize was awarded on October 10th, just 2 months ago, for her tireless work promoting democracy and rights, and her struggle for peaceful transition from a dictatorship to democracy. Her daughter, it says Sosa Machado, accepted the award on her behalf in Norway on December 10th. Is that her daughter? No. Didn't she come? I'm looking at the brief synopsis. Okay, so this is who we're looking at right now. These two ladies. Let's see if this is a separate lady, because sometimes I think people look. That's the same person. That's the same person, right? Yeah. Right? So she snuck out. They said her daughter accepted it. No, she did. So let's just hear what she has to say about what's going on in Venezuela. She already said it's already invaded. Let's see who she says invading is, America or Maduro, and we're going to leave it right there because this is going to be the person that America propagates. And before we fall for a big old sensationalized story, because I was like, oh, snap, they really sensationalized this. Let's look into her a little bit, and I'm going to look into Sumate, the big sponsor of hers, and see if they have any connection to the... I'm just saying. You never know. So thank you for joining us again on part 2. If you don't know what happened, we are being censored. We're being gang stalked, cyber attacked, all of the crazy conspiracy stuff people talk about that I don't give a damn about because I'm going to keep on fighting. And they cut my live off when I started talking about some real stuff. And I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep on fighting. Shout out to the Democrats who gang stalked me for the whole damn year with your cyber team and your fake ass activists. You don't move me. I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to keep on talking and keep on talking because God has the control over my bullhorn. Okay, message to the others who saw how my last live got cut off. Y'all seeing gang stalking and suppression at its best. But then when y'all see my numbers and compare my pages, just look at it. My videos I upload and the videos that go live, God got his hand on me. Y'all gonna see God in action. When this page win, it's nothing but God because I have been suppressed so long. It's a reason. But as y'all see, I'm breaking through the algorithm. It's y'all. It's y'all. So I just want to tell you who is going to make this happen when we drop the 8 ball, when our page get millions of people who are our family, our supporters. We don't want just subscribers. We need to move a nation, period. When they come to blow shit up, we going to be all right. When revelations happen, our generation is going to be all right. Even if it's not in our generation, the people I'm trying to talk to and build up, we're getting ready to survive this shit. That's why we don't do Democrat, Republic, this side gang mentality. We do community. We do love. We do honesty. Going to sit there, cut my live off. I could have had this finish already. Let's just watch this last part. I want to say thank you for being here with Miss Grace. Please hit the like button. I love this commentary. Freedom. Even if I got two people here.
So then we open up
I'm
for
still
questions,
talk.
and the first question comes from the Norwegian broadcaster TV2. From TV2 in Norway. I have a question for you, Maria Corina Machado. You arrived just a few hours ago and you got to reunite with your family in a very long time. How was that first meeting and how has your first hours in Oslo been?
I couldn't sleep last night, going over and over again that first instant when I saw my children. And for many weeks, I had been thinking of that possibility and which one of them I would hug first. And to tell you something, I hugged them the three at the same time, and it's been one of the most extraordinary spiritual moments of my life. And that happened in Oslo, so I'm very grateful to this city, something I will never forget, because at the end, I'm just one of millions of unknown mothers that are longing to embrace their children.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what she got going on. We're going to have to do a real deep dive. She done left her kids. She was in Venezuela in hiding. Her kids was somewhere else. There's something deep down going on here. I want to hear I wanted to hear the statement of her basically saying that we're already in perpetual war or war in Venezuela. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the live. I have some things to do, and I think we're at the 2 hour point with a combination of my first video and this, and I don't want to go too further than that. We're going to be going into part 6 because this has been an ongoing talk since September, since the first hit. I was like, oh snap. Y'all remember? I don't care. I'm going to say when I hit the 8 ball because people make fun of me. They talk about me. They say like I'm weird because I say certain things that, where did you get that from? Where that's just out of the blue. It's from the Holy Spirit. Okay, this plain and simple. So what I do feel is that oh, I was gonna call her. What I do feel is that 2 people will be fired. Hegseth will be fired in the next 7 days. I said 7 yesterday. We're down at 6. But if I missed the timeline, he will be fired. And then the next person that's going to be fired is Bovino, because we're going to still keep our eyes on what ICE is doing, okay, because they're still acting a fool. And I want to say shout out to the South Side of Chicago. Okay, guys, I do love the South Side of Chicago no matter how much I talk about its crooked ass politics and government. I do want to say love and blessings to you guys. Y'all have fought the Border Patrol and ICE and got them the hell up out, got them bunkers out of town, and it's looking beautiful, okay? Shout out to Chicago in the South Side area for standing up. Now, again, just like I clarified, do I agree with deportations? Yes. But it needs to be done in a systematic way, a safe way, in a way that is not scooping up American people inside of the situation and abusing us, okay? There is a better way to approach this. There are many of lists of people who we have literally put in hotels over 3-year periods under the Biden administration. We have a list of these people. So it's to go and track them one by one, who's illegal, who is propagating crimes in America, and get them that way. But again, for us to have our border still semi-open, because we don't have the wall, but we have a ballroom. Our border patrol literally is being hedged by a crazy psychopath I'm going to call military G.I. Joe. And our National Guard is being used and manipulated into positions that they don't want to be in. And I sympathize with the National Guard for some apparent reason. I know they don't want to have no parts to this. So, with that being said, we'll be following up with those topics again tomorrow. I'm thinking about following up on Epstein, cause that's what we ain't. That's what they thought we wasn't gonna be talking about. Them stealing my Haitian kids. That is on my heart. So I'm never gonna leave that alone. And also, I wanna go, cause it's after this is like, okay, they're supposed to be releasing the files, right? Wasn't they supposed to release the file? Oh, wait, let's get up. Wait, before I get off, let me Google this. Wasn't they supposed to release the files by December 10th? When were they supposed to release the files for the Epstein debacle? Let's see what it says. Oh my God. Shout out to AI. I like you. We have 8 more days, baby. The next major release of Jeffrey Epstein file is mandated by the law to occur no later than December 19th. So we will be following up and naming names and not being distracted. So with that goes to say thank you for being here with Grace. Thank you for getting onto the second live. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell YouTube and the algorithm that they cannot suppress God's child. Hit the like button, and I'll see you